Welcome to our read aloud. Today we have a really favorite book of mine. It's called Bear's Shadow by Frank Asch. I want you to look at the cover. Do you see Bear's shadow? Yeah. Do you see where it's at? It's in the water, isn't it? As he's jumping over that little stream. Frank Asch did the pictures and wrote this story. And look at this. On the end papers, he's got some neat drawings. Look at that. There's the sun is up. And you see where the shadow is from that tree? It's over on that side. And then look, the sun is straight up ahead. Up above the tree. Do you see the shadow? Oh. And then the sun is going down. And do you see where the shadow is this time? It's different, isn't it? And then it's night. And then it starts all over again. All right. One day, Bear went down to the pond with his fishing pole and a big can of worms. While he was putting a worm on his hook, he looked down and saw a big fish. "I'm gonna catch that fish," thought Bear to himself. Do you see the fish in the water? Yep. He wants to catch it. But when Bear stood up to throw his line in the water, his shadow scared the fish away. "Go away, shadow," cried Bear. But Bear's shadow would not go away. You see his shadow? It's in the water, isn't it? And that little fish swam away. He was trying to tell it, "Go away, shadow." Shadows can't go away, can they? "Okay," said Bear. "If you won't go away on your own, then I'll just have to get rid of you." And he put down his fishing pole and he began to run. He ran around the pond, and when he got to the other side, he kept on running. He thinks he can run it away. Well, I don't think he's going to be able to run it away. He ran through a field of flowers, and he jumped over a brook, and he hid behind a tree. "Good," thought Bear. "No, now Shadow can't find me." So he ran over the water, thought maybe that would get rid of it. And then look at where he's at. He is standing behind that tree. But why can't he see his shadow when he's behind the tree? Why can't he see it? Do you know? You know why he can't see it? Do you see the shadow here of the tree? There's no sun to be able to cast a shadow of Bear. Yeah, he's in the shadow of the tree. But Bear was wrong. When he stepped out from behind the tree, the first thing he saw was his shadow. Nearby was a cliff. Bear walked over to the cliff and looked up. "I'll climb so high, Shadow won't be able to follow me," thought Bear. Bear climbed higher and higher until at last he pulled himself up to the top. Huffing and puffing, he smiled with pride, and then he looked down and he saw, yup, he still has his shadow. Now Bear was very annoyed. He went home and he got a hammer and some nails to nail his shadow to the ground. He hammered and he hammered and he hammered, but no matter how many nails he hammered, he couldn't nail his shadow down. He tried hammering it. Look, there's Bear's shadow. He made a nail shadow of himself nailing down his shadow. "If I can't nail him down," thought Bear, "well, maybe I can bury him." So he got out of his shovel and he dug a hole. When the hole was deep and wide, he let his shadow fall into the hole. See, he's going to dig in, and then look, his shadow is in the hole. Do you think he's going to be able to cover him up? Then Bear filled the hole in with dirt, and when he was finished, it was almost noon. The sun was high in the sky, and the shadow was nowhere to be seen. At last, sighed Bear. No more shadow. Where did Bear's shadow go? Did it really get buried in that hole? Where is it? What happens right at noon when the sun is right over your head? But now Bear was very tired. Well, I'd be tired too. He's run, he's climbed a cliff, he's hid, he's dug a hole. He's tired. He went inside and he took a little nap. While he slept, time passed, and so did the sun. Once again, the sun cast shadows everywhere. Do you see the shovel? There's no shadow, and the sun is straight up above. And now the sun is going down, and the shadow is going this way. Now the sun's going down even more, and the shadow's stretching up this way. And now the sun's way over here, and look at where the shadow is. It's getting longer and longer. When Bear got up and opened his door, he saw a shadow on the floor. "Not you again!" exclaimed Bear, and he slammed the door, hoping to lock his shadow inside. But Shadow was too quick. Look, there he is. His shadow is on his front door now. Can't lock him inside. Sighed Bear. How about this? If you let me catch a fish, I'll let you catch one too. Nod your head if you like that idea. When Bear nodded his head, Shadow nodded too. So Bear went back to the pond, and once again he threw in his line into the water, and by this time the sun was in a different part of the sky, which made it easy for Shadow to keep his part of the deal. Before, in the morning, his shadow was being cast into the water, but now it's in the evening and his shadow is more behind him. See the shadow of the can? And Bear's shadow is behind him. Here's Bear, and his shadow is not going in the water. It's behind him. And when Bear caught a big fish, Shadow caught one too. Do you see the shadow of the fish? Yeah. And Bear's got a shadow, and the fishy has a shadow. So the deal worked, didn't it? Yeah. I hope you get to try the activity that goes along with this today. Hopefully it won't get too cold. Maybe it'll warm up afternoon a little bit, and you could try it afternoon. Then maybe you could try it another day in the morning and see where your shadows are at. Bear had a little trouble with his shadow, didn't he? Yeah. All right, my friends. I'm glad you enjoyed this book. I'll see you next time. Bye.